What is a presentation? So on this case here, after you check with the desk, so you customer came in, you did your meet and greet, said hello, welcome. You did a soft qualifying, found out that he came from Revere, an hour from here, and then you know that he's trading in a car. He's looking into upgrade from a sedan to an SUV, and he's looking for a couple things. Leather seats, sunroof, all bells and whistles. You check with the desk, the car is available. Then you go out, you get the car. Now you're gonna present your product. What does that mean? Now it means that you're going to talk about what we have mentioned before, the F&B. And this is not a bad word, it's just features and benefits. Okay? So it's features and benefits. For every feature, there's a benefit why you have that feature. Okay? So we're gonna talk about a few of them that most cars have it, and then you guys are going to, I'm going to write them down, and I want you guys to give me the benefit of what I write it down, okay? Alright, so we'll make this fun game nice and easy. So F&B, feature, no, actually, I'm going to do it this way. Features, the benefits. Alright. Kevin, number one. First feature is Bluetooth. What is the benefit of you having the Bluetooth on the car?
Being able to use hands-free phone calls, music, anything you need to keep yourself hands-free. Not having to hold your phone.
Alright. Leo, leather seats.
Easy for clean.
Bruno, power window, power seats, power locks.
Just easy accessibility for the customer. Easier way to position the right seat setting for them, and less hassle to crank down the window. Just to make it easier for them.
Bruno, all-wheel drive system.
Good for driving in the snow. And just more traction.
Kevin, sunroof.
Being able to let in air, a good feature to just have more refreshing air in your car. Being able to have the sun.
That's it.
Camera too. Backup camera is easier.
Leo, blind spots.
So safe to change the line.
Backup camera.
Backup camera, easier to be able to back up your car without having to look back, being able to focus forward and back in the same time. So it's safer reverse.
Alright, so there's way more, but I'm gonna leave it at those 7 for now, because those are the most standards in most cars nowadays. But, do you guys agree that for every feature you do have a benefit, right?
Yes.
Okay. And it sounds silly, right? But when you talk to a customer, you want to let them know that there's a benefit for every single thing that is in the car. That's the reason why he wants it, right? So, an example, I have kids. My car doesn't have leather seats. So I always get worried that my 3-year-old daughter is gonna mess it up. But who ends up messing up all the time is my son that's 10, right? He drops cookies or whatever the case is while he's eating. But I want leather seats. It's a great feature to have, right? Bluetooth, hand-free steering wheel. You can answer your phone, you can do everything from your phone without having to let go of the steering wheel in case you are speeding, in case safety, so far so on. Power window, seats, and lock, power doors, right? Easy accessibility, and also memory seats to remember your seats, so far so on. But it's good to have because you can always have what they call the wireless, is that the word? To get into the doors, right? You can have the keys in your pocket, and you can just go right ahead and get near to it, press the door button, and then the door will open by itself, right? All-wheel drive system, driving in the snow, yes, but it's good for every single other details as well too, sand, mud, whatever the case is. But the all-wheel drive system is to make sure that you have more tractions and make sure that you have more, it's easy for you to maintain your car on the road in case of bad weather. Sunroof, refresh air, sun, you get more visibility inside of your car, and stylish as well too. Blind spot, safe for changing lanes, make sure that it's also safety for make sure that the cars that you can't see, you get notified for, and backup camera, safety feature. When you're backing up, you see everything that's behind you. Also, you have to focus, so far so on. Even though it sounds silly, but you want to talk about it with the customer because that's why he's here. That's why he wants it. It might be one thing here and there that you say it, into the system. Most people don't know what the all-wheel drive system is compared to the 4x4, right? They all do the same thing. The only difference is 4x4 you have to switch. All-wheel drive automatically works according to what you need, right? Front wheel drive, then activates one and activates the other one. So, but for every feature that you have to make sure that you get a benefit out of it, that you tell the customer, so the customer can understand what is the purpose of what he's buying. So if a customer comes in and he wants to have a car that has all the bells and whistles, some of the ones that were listed, you talked about it when you get into the car. Say, hey, listen, this one here has Apple CarPlay, Bluetooth, which gives you the hand-free steering wheel, has the leather seats, it's easy to maintain. You did tell me that you have 2 or 3 kids, and also you work construction, so when you get into your car, it'll be easy for you to maintain and clean. You want a power window, power seats, power lock, because that's easy for you to get into the car. And of course, we live in New England. All-wheel drive system is the greatest thing ever, or 4x4, because make sure that you can get to point A, point B. Doesn't really matter how the weather is. Sunroof is a very good stylish for that car, but also gives you, unfortunately, we stay in a state, New England specifically, that you don't get much sun. So when you have it, it's always good to make sure that it's available for you to have it. Blind spot, safety. When you're driving, you're not paying attention, and then you're gonna take a left, or you're gonna do something, and there's a car there that's on your blind spot that you can't see it. You get to see it. And also, backup camera is one of the features that most cars are getting at the moment, because it's a safety feature. Make sure that when you're backing up, you get to see what's going on behind you in a wider angle, and also make sure that you're not hitting anything. Alright? So features and benefit, that's part of your presentation. So when we go outside to do a presentation, we're going to talk about the features and benefits of the car. And I'm going to show you guys how to do, it's called a proper walk around presentation. What does that mean? There's a way. Sometimes you have a customer that came into the store, God bless you. Sometimes you have a customer that comes into the store and he says, I don't need to test drive that car because I already drove it. What are you going to say? Oh, come on, bro, let's test drive the car. You're going to say, nah, man, I already test drove it, just want to make sure the numbers work. Come on, bro, let's go test drive the car. Nah, it's okay. Let's make sure it works. But if you do a proper walk around, you'll get the customer to sit in the car, and you can close the door and go around the other way, and you get to go on a test drive because he's already in the car, right? So there's a proper way to do it, which we're gonna practice today as well too outside, especially the weather's great. But here is the importance of when you're doing your walk around, you talk about the feature, and then you let them know about the benefit. Because that's when you're going to present that product to make sure that you're going to make that customer fall in love with the car. Okay? Any questions? No?
Pretty simple.
All right, perfect. So the presentation, to me, it's one of the most important parts as well too, because that's when your product knowledge comes in place. Even though sometimes you do not know about a car, for instance, I'll give an example, and because it is what it is. If you go in and ask me to go in and present a Tesla, I'm gonna say, nope, because I don't know anything about Tesla, right? But I'm gonna go in and look at it and be like, oh, 18 size wheels, good tires, those are Michelin's, because I'm looking at it and I'm saying, hey, alloy wheels, nice wheels, it's all electric, panoramic roof, so you get the energy and shit, part cut shit, but whatever. And then I'm also gonna go in and say other couple of things. Big dash, the GPS in there, all nice, got leather. So I'm gonna talk about what I know, what I see. I always tell every single person, do not get into details. No details unless you really know what you're talking about. It has happened to me that I had a nice car. It was a sport car, and kid came in and he had this little backpack and it was a Subaru. I like Subaru, I own one. And this customer came in and I went in, I said, bro, this car is so nice, so fast. You got this, that, and that. The engine is like this, and that. And he looked at me, he goes, give me 1 second. And he opened his backpack and then he pulled out a computer. Like one of those computers that you plug it into the ECU and read the cars, all those. He said, I'm a technician, so I'm actually a mechanic. I'm gonna not take in consideration everything that you said because I know you're trying to sell a car. But nothing that you said is true. Half of it is not. But I won't buy the car. So I'm gonna look at it, and if everything falls the way I think it, I'll buy the car. From that day on, I never in my life went into details because I was trying to impress, and I ended up shooting myself in the foot because I ended up getting information that wasn't true. To me it was, but I don't know any better because I never read about the car. But the guy knew, so he gave me all information and said, just next time do this. So, not that you cannot get into detail, but understanding one thing, the person that's coming here to buy the car, the statistic says that a customer researches between 6 to 12 hours in their home before they go out to buy a car. That means that he looked at the specs, he looked at the gas mileage, he looked at how the car rated, he looked at reviews, he looked at the engine, he looked at every single detail, and he made a decision, I'm gonna come out and buy this car. So when he comes in, expect that customer to know more than you, because you have 300 other cars to worry about, he only has one. So talk about what you see and what you know. Don't exaggerate or invent. Any other questions? No?
Nope.
Cut.